Hello everyone and my grant subscribers. You're welcome to Uaagupdates Grant channel, where we give you the latest and updated version of the UAAG disbursement funding. If you're new on my channel, please consider subscribing by clicking the notification bell so that whenever we publish our new content, you'll be kindly notified. Thank you so much for subscribing and God bless.
The 18th of November 2025, and we thank the Lord for bringing us right again into the dawn of another morning. And we know that in the past few days, a lot of people in this community have been so anxious, very much hopeful, and also deeply expectant about the disbursement. Messages have been coming from different directions. Updates have been shared. Voices of concern have risen in recent times, and we have, among all of these, one particular submission also stood out and gave us a clearer picture of what has been happening behind the scenes, and that voice came from Ngozi Israel. And it is our explanation that has also brought us to this present moment of understanding. Now, I'm going to do a holistic refresher review of what Madam Ngozi Israel said, and which led us to today and tomorrow inclusive. Now, everything that led to the delay and the new date for disbursement was not random. It did not happen by mistake. It was not because someone will I say so? Well, let me just quote her. This was now on the narrative of Ngozi Israel, that it wasn't because someone wanted to punish anyone or keep people waiting endlessly. Instead, it was a result of some serious conversations, consultations, meetings, and strategic decisions at the management level. And she also made it clear that something happened last week that triggered something also and forced the management team to address issues immediately. Now, she further revealed that she received a V note from someone, and in that V note, the individual claimed that if subscribers did not receive their money before Friday or last week, that then they should go back to collect their money that they paid for registration. And that statement did not sit well with her at all. I knew who said that, but there's no point talking about that right now. She became very angry, not because of the complaint itself, but because the person who said it had some highlight of information that disbursement had been shifted. You understand? That disbursement had been shifted to this coming Monday. Now, according to her, that the individual only said that out of frustrations, without knowing that the management team had already held a very important meeting at 2 a.m. of that day, and that preparations were on guard, that the meeting had started long before the person even issued that complaint. She further explained that the 2 a.m. meeting that was held was not just a casual meeting. It was so strategic and so sensitive, which was connected to some major decisions that influenced the entire schedule. And during this meeting, there were discussions that made it necessary that disbursement should be shifted to Monday, which was yesterday that we just passed, to Monday at midnight. This was yesterday night, and that Monday midnight, according to our submission, refers to the midnight that just we crossed, and then to cross us to today, which is Tuesday. She also insisted that the shift was not to our detriment. It was not intended to frustrate anybody. She mentioned that the shift was for our own good. I'm just trying to reiterate and recapitulate everything that was said in that VN, because certain things still needed to be finalized as of then, to be sealed and corrected to avoid some bigger problems in the future. Now, moving forward, she addressed a very important matter that a lot of subscribers have been concerned about, which is the role of the stakeholders, the NGOs, and the direct payments. She also stated clearly that no stakeholder was going to receive or is going to receive will be paid. No stakeholders will pay anybody That's what I mean. No stakeholders is going to act as a middleman to pay any subscriber. No stakeholder has the authority to handle money or anybody's money. According to her, every legitimate subscribers are going to receive their money directly from the system and not through any middleman, not through any stakeholder, not through any unofficial channel. And she further explained in that VN that only organizations that would receive funds directly are the NGOs. And that is simply because they have people that was registered under them. Even at that, she also said a strict watch has already been placed over every NGO to ensure that there is transparency, fairness and honesty, to the people they are dealing with under their watch. And to stress the seriousness of this supervision, she also issued a stern warning to all the NGOs, according to what her PA said, a stern warning to all the NGOs that if an NGO collects 10,000 from a subscriber, is going to be held responsible for 100 million belonging to that subscriber. That is to say that he is to pay the subscriber 100 million for the 10,000 registration fee. And the message was simple: there would be no tolerance for exploitation, extortion or fraud in any form. She also went further to add that the PA confirmed that disbursement was scheduled to start yesterday, which was Monday midnight, with stakeholders, and then Tuesday midnight, which is tonight. Now we are heading to the practical reality of what this VN is for now, while all of us are gathered here and all in expectation. So that today, which is Tuesday midnight into Wednesday, would be for the people that are registered with slot and also pioneer structures. And that means that from the information she gave, by now, all things being equal, by the time of listening to this message, which is today Tuesday, stakeholders should have already received their alert if everything went exactly as communicated. All things being equal, ceteris paribus, that's the Latin language that says all things being equal. Now, Ngozi Israel also made it clear that she does not believe there would be any excuse this time around. She said that what happened on the 3rd of November will not repeat itself, and that management is fully aware that people are tired of explanations. She strongly expressed that this time around they have no reason to fear, because plans have already been set to address any agenda delay or manipulation that might arise unexpectedly. Now, let me add this: even if they have a reason to fear, agenda and plans have already also been inculcated to deal with all of the things they are using to deal with us before now. So this time around, they had better prepare not to fail, so that they don't get the other bitter pill coming from the subscribers and all the individual that subscribe to this organ. And now she also went further to a kind of address another strong warning or a case to all NGO leaders. And according to her, there are NGOs that are planning to short pay their members, reducing the amount people are supposed to get or removing money unlawfully. She advised them to return to drawing board immediately and correct everything before it becomes a problem. She made it known that punitive measures have already been put in place, and any NGO that tries to cheat, to short pay or to manipulate people's benefit are going to face serious consequences. In other words, nobody will be allowed to cheat anybody or to defraud anybody. And I think that message carries a lot of parts. The explanation of internal plans, the reassurance for subscribers, the warning for NGOs, and clarity on the new timeline that is being expected from the management towards all the subscribers. And for when you put all of these elements together, it becomes quite clear that the submission was not just a random talk. She spoke in confidence with all assertion this time around. It was not an attempt to just calm fears of the expectant beneficiaries or correct assumptions and shift people's focus back to the expectations at hand. Now, in summary, for a better understanding, I just want to put all of this in just concise atmosphere. It was a message was actually spread next week, or was said by someone that says that if nobody receive fund by Friday, then subscribers should be ready to collect their money. That Friday has passed and nobody, it has been assimilated. Let me just use the word, it has been assimilated. Nobody collected money from anybody, because according to her, that person who said that got wind that disbursement was shifted to Monday night, and to create frenzy, he dropped that statement. So, but that, be that as it may, that has been assimilated. Then management held a major meeting that same day that the message erupted at 2 a.m. and the meeting influenced the decisions to move the disbursement date to Monday midnight, which was yesterday night. And then what again was said, that the shift to Monday midnight was for the good of all subscribers. According to her, it allowed management to finalize essential preparations, and then also that no stakeholder is allowed to pay subscribers. Subscribers will get their money directly from the system. Only NGOs receive money directly because of the people that are under them, but strict monitoring is in place to prevent them from cheating. Then she also warned seriously that if any NGO collects 10,000 from any subscriber, the money that the subscriber is expected to receive is 100 million. You understand? Then disbursement was expected to begin Monday midnight to stakeholders, and Tuesday midnight, which is this midnight to this midnight, into Wednesday morning, is for the pioneer and the slot registrants. And then by now, in all expeditions, and stakeholders should have received credit alert by all standard, all things being equal. You understand? There should be no excuse this time, she mentioned, believing that the management has no reason to delay like what happened on the November 3rd, and punitive measures are waiting for any NGO who tries to short pay subscribers. Correction must be done immediately before it becomes another issue. Now, when we look at all everything, when we put everything together, the message was basically saying, yes, there has been delay, and yes, people are worried, but something serious was actually happening backstage, and the change of date was done for our safety, for our protection, and to ensure successful disbursement to all and sundry. Now, nobody should panic. Nobody should trust any kind of rumors. Nobody should pay money to any subscribers at this time again. I understood that there are people that are still selling slot at this time. Now, the system is expected to pay every legitimate subscriber, and this was also a sort of warning to everyone that is involved. It was telling subscribers not to be misled, that NGOs are not to play games with people's funds. Yes, the general public have been made to know that if you short pay or short circuit the payment of anybody, punitive measures are in place to address this holistically. So, in one word, in summary, by this time tomorrow, I think all subscribers should be jubilating, all things being equal. All subscribers of Pioneer or slot registrants should be jubilating. We have not gotten information right now that the stakeholders were paid yesterday night, but by that statement of Ngozi Israel last week, this past night, stakeholders should have received their funds. They should have received their funds. So everything now depends on execution, and the plan was already set for this. So I think that's just what I feel is important right now. So there's no need for any agitation. All plans are constructive and they're on ground to address any kind of situational crisis. So I call on every one singular subscriber to keep calm. Don't bother yourself, all right? keep calm. That is why the structureless pattern that we have in the grant ecosystem before now is what actually led us to this time, to this level, where the grant ecosystem was structureless. Everybody just does things the way they like it, and nobody call anybody to order. There's no accountability for actions. But thanks be to God for order coming to and structure coming to this ecosystem. And I think even if by tomorrow this money is finally paid, with structures that are on ground, any kind of fund that is still coming as an assistance or an aid to the people, if we follow these protocols and these laid down precedents, it's going to be of high interest, especially if it is an international fund. And I think it's just God. It's just God. And whatever God has made us to achieve, we should not be lesser than that. We should be better than that. We should climb on that pinnacle and also forge ahead for a better transparent action on anything coming afterwards. So I believe that this time around, all structures are on ground to address issues, no matter how they appear. And God is going to help us to smile in the long run. We're just at the borderline where the miracle shakes. So everyone keep calm and let's just wait for a banger news. It's going to come and we are ready for that. Thank you very much. Today it's a wonderful Tuesday and good news definitely will visit us. Thank you. I wish you a very wonderful day.